Welcome back to my YouTube channel, everybody. I hope all of you are having a great day so far. In this video, I'll be answering all of your questions surrounding $200 increase in your Social Security benefits, and of course a fourth stimulus check. So everybody, be sure to stay until the end of this video to find out when you should expect to receive a fourth stimulus payment when one is approved, and when your Social Security benefits will be increased. I always do my best in providing you guys with the most up-to-date and reliable stimulus check news. I want to see every member of my community receive their much needed stimulus money, and of course, a bigger Social Security check. And if you guys believe that a Social Security benefits should be increased by $200 a month, then let's get this video to 1,000 likes. First and foremost, everybody, let's talk about your Social Security benefits. Under Joe Biden's plan, eligible workers would get a guaranteed minimum benefit equal to at least 125% of the federal poverty level. People who have received benefits for at least 20 years would get a 5% bump. Widows and widowers would also receive about 20% more per month. Biden also proposed changes in the measurement for annual cost of living increases to the Consumer Price Index for the elderly, which can more closely track expenses that retirees face. Now, to pay for this higher benefits, Joe Biden will also apply Social Security payroll taxes to those making $400,000 and up. In 2021, workers generally paid the 6.2% Social Security tax on up to $142,000 of earnings. So what changes come in your Social Security benefits, everybody? Congress is expected to act to prevent those reductions before they take effect. Now, because those benefit reductions were directly caused by the pandemic, it could be addressed in the next relief package. Despite a Democratic majority in the House and Senate, there could be obstacles to getting the major Social Security reform approved. Folks, Democrats proposed their own legislation aimed at shoring up the program. And another proposal from Senator Bernie Sanders also aims to increase benefits for low earners while raising taxes for those with higher wages. But the bill must require 60 votes in the Senate, which means that the Democrats must get 10 Republican senators to sign along the bill. Everybody, what do you think? Do you believe that our politicians in Congress will increase the Social Security benefits by $200 a month? Leave a comment down below saying yes or no, everybody. Now here's what you need to know about your stimulus check. There are millions of Americans that are eligible to receive a $600 stimulus check if you live in the state of California. To qualify, you must meet the following requirements. Number 1, you have to file your taxes for 2020. Number 2, you are either a California Earned Income Tax Credit recipient or a filer who makes $75,000 or less a year. And of course, you cannot be claimed as a dependent on someone else's tax return. If you meet all of those requirements, you will be receiving a $600 stimulus payment. And the good news is that the check's already being sent out to some Americans. Many of you will also be receiving an additional stimulus check from the IRS. And this is called a plus-up payment. According to CNBC, Americans will receive a plus-up payment very soon, now that the 2020 tax returns have been processed. The IRS has stated that will begin sending out about $1.2 billion worth of plus-up payments. So everybody, make sure to keep an eye out on your bank accounts and mailboxes. Around 1.2 million direct deposit plus-up payments and nearly 800,000 paper checks are expected to be sent out if you saw your income decrease in 2020, but the IRS based your third stimulus check off your 2019 tax return. If you are owed a plus-up payment, everybody, you won't have to do anything. Just be sure to check your bank account and mailbox.
Let me thank Ranking Member Graham, our colleagues on this committee, and our witnesses for being with us this morning. In my view, we are living through a pivotal moment, not only in the history of our country, not only in the history of the global community, but in the history of humanity. When we talk about our responsibilities as human beings, as parents and as grandparents, there is nothing more important than leaving this country.
So much, Senator Gillibrand, and thank you to my colleagues, Congresswoman Capter and Congressman Pascrell. I'm so excited for us to be introducing this bill, but in a way we shouldn't say introducing, we should be reintroducing postal banking to the United States. This issue is particularly meaningful to me. You know, just 3 or 4 years ago, I was waitressing in downtown Manhattan, and I worked for cash tips. And at the end of my shift, I would have, $100 in tips or so, or after a couple days, there would be a couple $100 in cash in my bag. I'd hop on the 6 train, and then I'd go home to my community in the Bronx. And across the street from where I live and around the corner from where I now live in the Bronx, there's a check cashing place. And I can't tell you how many families I see go in and they can't afford to be banked. Think about that. How many millions of people in this country that either can't afford to be banked or struggle to be banked. And so they'll show up to a check cashing place. And imagine cashing your stimulus check and having for $1,400 and having 10 to 20% of that check taken away from you. Those are diapers, that's baby formula, and that's food that is taken out of the hands of families just to cash a check. And by the way, it's not because families don't want to be banked, but it's because banks won't bank them, because it's not profitable enough to bank certain communities to the level that they need. So reintroducing postal banking, it serves so many needs. And as Senator Gillibrand mentioned, and as my colleagues will say here, is that this isn't an urban issue or a rural issue. This is an issue that impacts all communities in this country and all families in this country. And what we're asking for is pretty simple. When you go to the bank to mail what you need to mail, to buy stamps, to take a photo or file for your passport, that you're just able to do a few more things. To wire funds, if you need to wire funds, to cash a check. These are very basic things, basic services that can be expanded, that can change families' lives. Oh, and by the way, to be able to use an ATM without having a bunch of money taken out when you're gonna just take out a couple of dollars. Even if you're not at a check cashing place in New York City, you go to a bodega and you know when a community is struggling, when an ATM allows you to withdraw in $5 increments. So imagine you go to an ATM to take out a $5 increment and they charge you a $3 fee. This is what Americans are dealing with, and it is completely unacceptable. It doesn't have to be this way. And not only that, but the Postal Service is awesome. We love the Postal Service. Americans love the Postal Service. They want to protect the Postal Service. They want to expand the Postal Service. And this bill does just that, raising over $1 billion in revenue for our postal services so that everyone from our babies to our seniors can continue to enjoy the services that they provide. So I'm honored to be a part of this effort. Thank you, Senator Gillibrand. Thank you, Congresswoman Capter and Congressman Pascrell. And I'm so...
That's all the news in this video, folks. I really hope you guys found this video useful and helpful. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on post notifications, and give this video a like. Until next time, folks, have a great day and stay safe.